Entry 1, 21st, 2023. Heh, 3.5 years since the last dated entry I made. I seem to have been unconscious for most of them and hurled into this planet. I've been here for a few weeks and did some thinking. There's Skulk here too, it's ironic. Maybe the gods didn't answer my plea that I wrote, giving me a chance to fight it off. But outside of that, I've started a school. Apart from the Skulk, I just want to teach people about what I know and maybe make some friends along the way. I've also opened a shop in the area I crashed in called Desert Depths, so I am known by people who frequent the area at the very least. But more concerning is the Skulk that has appeared and spread. I'm worried it's my fault it's here, that it possibly appeared when I crashed. I talked to someone who's been in this land for thousands of years, who said it likely wasn't me, but I'm not so sure. It started off small, but is now spreading over the area we all call Spawn, which is sort of like a hub point. It's all I can do to fight it off by shop, as well as track down catalysts causing issues at Silvermoon Academy. But between that, I have discovered a bit more about the Skulk. They seem to appear in the depths of the earth in the darkest and deepest places. They always seem to spawn beneath mountains, something I discovered by accident. I had encountered something I call an infested city, or ancient city, that I had thought was a rumour that I heard about from the same person who said it wasn't me who brought the Skulk here. But they exist, and I found a myriad of things that helped me in my research, including coming face to face with a warden, which I am surprised I survived. Basically, the summary of my research is that there's multiple types of Skulk blocks. The Skulk vines and the Skulk blocks are the ones that replace the ground, but aren't as concerning on their own. The Skulk catalysts are just as much as a pain as they were back home. Then there are two new things. A Skulk Shrieker, which spawns the terrifying wardens, and a Skulk Sensor, which picks up on sounds, helping the wardens. I learned that if you surround the Shrieker with wool, it won't activate. In addition, it takes 3 activations of Shrieker for wardens to start spawning. But if you sneak around, wardens can't hear you, and will go back into the ground. Getting close to one of these creatures was a terrifyingly surreal experience. 2 relics I managed to obtain are a strange disc made from shards and an enchantment called Swiss Sneak, which makes you able to sneak around faster. There's some of the sculptor students, and one has given me some of the shinings from their wings, which act as catalysts. I have them stored somewhere none of the sculpts can get to. The people who work at the school are fun to be around. Do I dare to call them Skraling? No, the Salon word for found family bond. Or do I just stick to calling them friends? A green dragon I met, Nick, is also investigating the Skulk. We've exchanged information and he's planning to work in the cafeteria of the school. I've trusted him with a copy of my old diary from back when I was at home to add to his information on the Skulk. One of my most chaotic hires is Kenji, who I've nicknamed Radiator as a shortened version of Radiator, as he's got an affinity for fire. I swear I'm most of his impulse control. Charles, the person who's been here for thousands of years, and we've discussed our knowledge of the Skulk. I explained to her I feel like I might have brought it here due to the feud between my species and the Skulk, but she says someone called the Skulk King likely tried to frame someone who had first come to these lands, called the Festive Lands. I still have my doubts though. Truly is a moth inbred who's helped a ton with building Silvermoon, who's vocally anti-Skulk. They're planning to become the groundskeeper after the school is fully built.